What is going on, Fox and Tenacious Fox? And we're here with our first match of the JLPC, which this is actually a replay of it because we're going to do post-com for this series. But yes, this is our very first Draft League match in almost 3 years. Probably it has been 3 years. So we're going to be really rusty in this one. We're going to make a lot of misplays, and you're going to see that. But yeah, we're really excited for this season. Some of my friends have been playing for a couple seasons, and I've really wanted to get back into it. And I just decided, hey, you know what? I've got plenty of time right now. Let's just get back into it. And I decided let's take our viewers along for the ride. So this is our first week match against Lobster Libby. I don't remember what his team name is. We are the Indie Ivysaur, so make sure you guys say hashtag Indie Ivysaurs in the comments for us. But yeah, so this is our first week. I'm not going to show the full team. I probably should have done like a draft video, but we're not going to do that. But this week we did bring Volcanion, Rillaboom, Grimmsnarl, Dragonite, Togedemaru, and Drifblim. So we do have 2 Dynamax captains. Drifblim is one of them because the Dynamax captains have to be low tier, so that means tier 3 or lower. So Drifblim was one of our Dynamax captains. Unfortunately, we had the 16th pick, so I got sniped a lot, which tends to happen when you're on the lower side. But yeah, so we didn't get the team that we really wanted, but we did get a decent team because we still have like Rillaboom and Volcanion, and even Grimmsnarl in there that can really put in work. So this first week I didn't do the greatest prep, and we're gonna find that out. It was my first match in almost 3 years, and we were rusty. I was rusty playing competitive in general. This happened about 2 weeks ago, so we have done a lot of practice since then. But anyways, let's just start off the match and you guys can kind of see how it goes. So very first turn we lead with Rillaboom because I knew whatever comes in here we can just U-turn out. Our Rillaboom should outspeed most things on his team, which is true. It's true. We get the Grassy Surge up, we go for the U-turn, and I know, see, I set up my Togedemaru in a way that this Registeel could not beat it, and we could wear it down, and then we would, be totally fine against this Registeel, because there's a couple things on his team that caused me major problems. One being the Clefable, because if that thing starts setting up, nothing on my team can stop it. The Urshifu, because it hits crits like no other. That really was going to do a lot of damage to my team. Yeah, he just has a lot of threats that we do not deal with well. Anyway, so we switch into Togedemaru. He goes for Ice Punch, and we knew this Registeel couldn't do anything to us unless he freezes us. First turn, 10% freezes us. So this is a big problem because our Togedemaru was kind of so it was an answer for Clefable in a way. I don't remember. Yeah, it went Rocky Helmet. Basically, it had Iron Head, could do about 40 to 50% to Clefable at max defense. So we knew we could do some. We could basically keep Clefable from sweeping us. Is what it was set up to do. We go to Volcanion because we know he's probably just going to U-turn out. He goes to Starmie. Now Starmie could be carrying Thunderbolt, so we don't want to stay in here. We go back to the Togedemaru. At this point, he does go for a Meteor Beam, which I didn't realize was a move. That's a new move that I haven't seen. At this point, I just got to sack the Togedemaru because there's nothing I can do with it. But we are going to come into Rillaboom because we know if we Grassy Glide here, this Starmie is done for. So go for the Grassy Glide. He brings in the Moltres, which was, admittedly, this is where better prep would have done me really well. Because I probably should have gone for a knockoff or just swap straight out because his Moltres is a problem for our Rillaboom. Because Moltres has Flame Body, and as you're going to see, we get burned. So in 6 turns, we get a freeze and a burn, and both were pretty major because Rillaboom, the only way that Rillaboom doesn't put in work against his team, even the team that he brought, is if it's crippled with a burn. And we get crippled with a burn. So this is really unfortunate because we are bandits. We're going to go into Drifblim. Unfortunately, I had to bring in Drifblim really early on this one. I did not want to bring Drifblim in nearly this early because I knew that if we brought it in and did our Grassy Seed Unburden, it had enough power that it could actually sweep his team. Drifblim is actually strong enough. Our Drifblim set is actually good enough to sweep his team if everything is ground down a little bit. So he's going to go for U-turn. I think we actually end up... No, we just switch out. We switch out and go to Rillaboom. There's nothing we can really do with Rillaboom now except for knockoff. So we're going to go for the knockoff, I believe. Oh, no, we go for a U-turn. Knockoff would have been a lot better there. But we do end up getting into Volcanion, which he ends up switching to Starmie. And the problem with Starmie is I've got nothing on this for Starmie. So I have to... I go for the Sludge Wave. I go for the Sludge Wave. He stays in. He gets a Spadef drop. I don't know why I didn't just stay in there. But we do... I think it was a roll. I think it was a roll to kill his Starmie. And that's why I just went to Grimmsnarl. That or something could come in and revenge us as well. So we didn't want to stay in there at that point. As well as the Flame Charge on Volcanion. The Flame Charge set on Volcanion really needed some damage to be done on his team as well. So his team basically being at full strength, we really couldn't do much to it. We are going to bring Rillaboom in. He's going to set up his Stealth Rocks. I can't do anything to this Registeel, so I just want Rillaboom to go down. Honestly, at this point, we're gonna actually pivot. We're gonna go to our Volcanion. We're gonna Flamethrower and do some damage to this Registeel, and actually we get really lucky with the burn. This actually, I think this keeps us from being 6-0'd, to be honest with you. Because we do get the Registeel taken out. But we now have no speed investment on it, so Porygon Z can just come in and take us out. We can come in with the Grimmsnarl. He's gonna hiss pretty hard. We're gonna play rough, and then we're gonna go for the Sucker Punch and take this thing out. But there's really nothing we can do at this point. There's not much we can do at this point except for like sack stuff off, because my Dragonite set is set up to where I basically did a defensive Dragonite because I couldn't really do much to his team with Dragonite. He just had too many answers for it, but I did want to bring it because it's our only Haze user, and if his Clefable started setting up, then he would just absolutely sweep me. But because we already had to pop the Grassy Seed, we can't bring in Drifblim and just, get the boost anymore. So he's going to close combat. We do survive, obviously, but we're just going to have to sack this off because there's nothing we can do. We are going to bring Dragonite in here. He's going to go for the Wicked Blow. He does nearly KO us, and we're going to cripple it. So that was another thing that we brought Dragonite for, was to be able to... Oh, I thought I paused. To be able to paralyze that thing, because that was another thing that could have given us an edge if our Rillaboom hadn't gotten crippled and our Togedemaru did not get frozen. So if we basically keep our Rillaboom from being crippled and our Volcanion from taking way too much damage is the biggest thing, then Dragonite could have actually set us up for the win here, because Volcanion did so much damage to his team. Our modest set just click buttons really on his team. But I knew we had to paralyze the Urshifu to really get like a sweep or something out of it. So he's going to, I think he just wins out here. We go for the Earthquake and kind of do some damage on it. I don't think we can take out the Clefable at this point, because obviously Rillaboom is too damaged at this point to really do anything. At this point, I think we just kind of let our team lose. At this point, I maybe could have gotten another, like, preserved the. I maybe could have preserved the differential if I had let Rillaboom go down and then gone for the Sucker Punch on Moltres, I don't think that would have KO'd, but it might have. Our Grimmsnarl is pretty offensive. But yeah, that's the match. We got pretty unlucky early on. Fortunately, we didn't get 6-0'd, so that was actually the good point. We didn't play all too well after that because I kind of got hacked, and then I kind of really didn't want to play because it's like, damn, all my prep just like went straight out the window. But yeah, that was the match, and we kind of it showed we haven't played in 3 years is the biggest thing. We will get better. We are going to get better. I'm putting a little bit tiny bit more time into prep, just kind of knowing what mons are doing what, and learning the new meta. And I've been playing a lot more Showdown, so that has really helped me kind of shake off the rust and get back into a competitive mindset. But anyways, guys, that is all for this match and all for this episode. Hope you guys see us next week and follow along the Indie Ivysaurs this season. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, Fox out.